President Muhammadu Buhari has reacted to calls by Northern Elders Forum to resign due to insecurity in Nigeria. The spokesman, Garba Shehu, said the president does not wish to be drawn into the high decibel show in the media. Publicity is the oxygen for politicians who have failed to connect with voters in a democracy, a statement Wednesday night reads. Shehu said the resignation call is not a solution to the security problems facing the country, noting that it built up to a worrisome level following decades of neglect. You see, they started blaming, they are trying to exonerate themselves. They are trying to exonerate themselves. Only for the fact that you even agree that there is a security problem. The same people who told us that they have won the war. Now everything is glaring. They are not telling us that, oh, it is as a result of what has been happening over the decades. Neglect. The aide told citizens to know what their government is doing to deal with the solution. If you know that a resignation is not the solution, then profile the solution. And for politicians to come to terms with the fact that it is beneficial to all that they help to preserve the state, so that when it is their turn, they will have a place that they will manage. People don't have to destroy what is there in a desperate quest to get power, the presidency said. Just the same way you people, brought all manner of propaganda to get into power and do the needful. You cannot do the needful because you know that they are all talking because they want to get into the power because of the way you yourself did as well. In response to the attacks in Kaduna and Niger states, Shehu informed the public that security agencies have realigned and reorganized ongoing operations there and in Niger Delta. What has Niger Delta got to do? He said structures are being reinforced with land-based assets to increase the efficiency of the troops, and intelligence is equally being reinforced. These are the things that we have been hearing since they came on board. The security, they are doing this, they are doing that, and yet before you could say Jack Robinson, another one will happen. So it is not effective. It is not effective. The air defense system is being reinforced with newly acquired jets and drones, which assemblage and training for operators have been hastening to meet the current exigencies. The country is equally getting assurances of early delivery of equipment on order from manufacturers, and the effort is ongoing to conclude other major procurement still in process. Only this morning, the government at a meeting at the cabinet approved the procurement of the largest ever single procurement of military vehicles. Similar major operations are going to the southeast and the south-south, where the economic life wire of the nation and electricity transmission lines are currently being secured from saboteurs. Yeah. You see that is where they are sending all this equipment to. Major operations are going in the southeast, but major operations are not going where people are losing their lives. But because of the economy, because of their own gain, they don't want anything to tamper with their own income, their own revenue. The presidency accused sponsor saboteurs of aiming to show that the government cannot provide power by sabotaging equipment at switches and other vital points. They will not succeed. The public knows who is who and who has done what in our country's governance, the statement added. I don't know whether this is making sense to you. The response of a Garba Shehu, because Buhari did not even respond, because Buhari cannot even address the nation. He can't even address public. He doesn't have what it takes to address the public unless he writes it down. And anytime he wants to speak from his mind, you begin to see bitterness in him. You know that he has nothing. You will begin to see emptiness. Some people might want to ascribe it to old age, which I doubt seriously. We have a lot of people who are old and they are very, very, very articulated. They are very, very articulate. They are articulated. Very, 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 very articulate. But Buhari, even while that man was young, and I have not seen any form of wisdom or, intelligence in him. So it is Gabashew that is responding to this those men, the elders forum. He responded to their statement saying that Buhari must resign, and we know that all those ones too are playing to the gallery, not because they care. What goes around comes around. You were asking Goodluck Jonathan to resign when it was not even 10% as bad as it is now. You can imagine. This is where we know leaders with conscience. Buhari has just started receiving what he did to Jonathan, but it's late. He has not even received enough up to 1/4 of what Jonathan even received. Law of karma in action. Exactly. When you can't even identify the saboteurs, then you should resign. Or is it the masses that should identify the saboteurs of your government for you? You are always referred to as Mr. Integrity by some gullible, blindfolded supporters and integrity. If truly there is any demand that you resign, considering the humongous backwardness your administration has inflicted on the masses of this country, I think you are most Nigeria presidents in history who visit abroad on quarterly basis for personal reasons, and you should be acquainted with their ethics of leadership when things are going contrary to expectations of people that voted them. They simply tender resignation letter. For God's sake, why is it so difficult here in Nigeria to simply resign? Just like I said, even while Buhari was young, I don't think he has that intelligence. I don't think that wisdom was there in the first place, because now we see bird chop, now he go carry fly. So if you think that Buhari will learn anything, like they told us that he has been going seeing his doctor in the UK for over 40 years, and he has been going there, he does not learn anything. This man contested 12 years, and yes, he didn't learn anything. He came on board and we began to see his emptiness. If he had gone to, he has been seeing his doctor for the past how many years, so he does not know how things are being done in those climes, because they are all wicked. That is just the way I see it. So they can't provide anything. So the only thing they do is to be blaming. You see that you say because of the neglect of decades, that is why we are experiencing this whole thing. So Buhari is not going to resign. We know he's not going to resign because he wants to fulfill it's just all about his own personal gain, not because he cares about Nigeria. Buy Nigeria, grow Nigeria, we can see it. Oh, subsidy is a scam, and yes, it's paying double or triple of it. So what happens to that statement? Oh, any attack on Boko Haram is attack on North, and we can see that it's not even ready to fight anything. We just have to manage and pray to God, because these guys are something else.